Ara és el torn del senyor Janez Petek, director d'una agència local d'energia d'Eslovènia, i en aquest cas ens centrarem a veure un altre tipus de figures, que és el tema del consorci de biomassa, del clúster al consorci de biomassa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So it's my pleasure to present our Slovenian experience in biomass cluster developed. We developed two, as you will see, in the frame of the Profond Biomed project. So first of all, I would like to present, the content of question of the presentation will be like this. I will present a little bit brief information about the main institution. After that, a few words about the Profond Biomed project, and then we will talk about our experience, our approaches to cluster development, and our plans how to expand activities and how to further develop the biomass clusters. First of all, we are a local agency responsible for about 200,000 inhabitants, 23 to 25 municipalities. And we've been established under the Intelligent Energy Europe project in 2007. So we have 7 experts exploit. So we are a specific institution which are dealing mostly with the energy on the local level. And we're going also to do some research in next period. So we have at the moment, several energy and European projects. First of all is Profond Biomed. Second is Green, so it's about the energy policies and the green buildings, energy renovation and these things. Then we have Recommend. Both of them are N04C projects. Recommend is about energy management and eco-innovation in the small and medium-sized enterprises. Then we have Smart Med Parks. It's MED program. It's this introduction of smart grid concept in the technological parks. Then we have two cross-border with the Croatia projects. Biohit Local, dealing with the biomass. We are going now to include biomass cluster in this project to do some further activities. And EUPER, this is about the innovation of the apartment blocks. So, as my colleague Janez said before, so the biomass cluster should be established by the Profond Biomed partners, two per the country, two per the partners, and also we are doing this, in this project a lot of capitalization activities, which is very important. And now I think that the future is mostly oriented on the regional development and the regional cooperation with the partners. So if we have to win the new projects, the new financial perspective, we have to cooperate together. And cluster is an excellent example of that. So this is what is important, is that the cluster is, establishing the cluster is at first place political issue, political problem. So if we have some common interest about the different entities to establish the cluster, this is a good start. And also I will present as Janez said before, the bottom up and up to bottom approaches, because the both are needed. So I have a moment about the cluster, 2 examples. One is in Slovenia, we have 7 local energy agencies, and we developed the cluster together, and we are now very strong position to the government. So local authorities through the local energy agencies on the energy sector have very strong influence to the government. Now we are also influencing on the new energy law. So that's our interest to expand and to expand and to strengthen the local level against the central level, the national level. So this is the second. We also part of the similar like energy platform established under the Slovenian Chamber of Commerce, and we, the both local energy agencies from Podravje and Lower Podravje region are included in this, and we are also dealing with, in this platform is similar like cluster. We have some agreements about how to develop further activities, and the both influences on the local level, so the municipalities through the two energy agencies are very strong, is very strong. So this is two examples. So first, we developed North Primorska region biomass cluster with 10 municipalities, with two local energy agencies, the local energy agencies from this area, and our agency, and then also Slovenian Forest Institute. This is also the partner in the From Biomet projects. The second, this was signed last June, and then the second we developed in December 2013, so last year, also with lower Podravje region, is 17 municipalities, forest management companies from this area. Then also we have one biomass cooperative also included, and two agencies and Slovenian Forest Institute. So we have also in these two clusters, we have political agreement, we have R&D. So Slovenian Forest Institute is a research organization. Also, local energy agency Spodnje Podravje will do some research. We are now establishing the research group in the energy sector, especially in the biomass. And also we have a forest management company, so that we have the company who is responsible for the management of the forest in this area, mostly state-owned forests. So I will now present the two approaches which have to be present at the same time. So we have to act from the up to down and to bottom to the up. And so for bottom-up approach, so we have to establish the biomass chain from this area. So we have to develop which reserve we have, how much biomass we have available for the use for energy and also production purposes. Also, we have to establish some, we saw before, establish the logistics centers, for trade centers for the biomass. We also have to establish the cooperative, and we have to find the investors or other financial resources to start these activities, so to start to establish that we have to, so that the activities started to be in process. So that we also have to have the up to bottom approach. So we have to analyze the possibility of the implementation of the biomass district heat. So we have to now find biomass users. We have to find the industries. We have to find the entrepreneurs which are willing to cooperate on this area. So we have to do some feasibility studies, because we know that we don't have economy present, it doesn't go. So we have to make profit, to find the people or the investors that they are willing to invest the money. So we also have to find or to determine the possibilities how to use the wood chips and how to produce the wood chips and the place for the production. Also, we have to connect all the whole value chain up to down, down to up, that we have to this operative, and that we have the successes finally. So now our experience about these two class establishment, it was said before, this is mostly political questions. So when we start to with these activities, the first question of the mayors on the municipality was how much will cost us this? So how much money we have to do or to give you to start activities? And we said no money. That was the first step. So it doesn't cost money for them that are willing to cooperate. So the second, which is very important, that we have to find some formal organizations which have power to join the mayors or the political platform together. That is very important because the proposals have to have integrity. So we have to have integrity that they believe us that we are going to do something really, not just on the paper. So in this case, our agency was right for that. So we have this integrity. So we contact all stakeholders, so municipalities, entrepreneurs, other interest partners. Before the establishment, we did several visits about the municipalities. We were present on the conferences, and we also put some news on the newspapers, local newspapers mostly, and to start popularize establishment of the cluster. So we have to join together and to do it. So, and we did this quite successful. And then under that we have to prepare. So somebody have to prepare all documents. So contracts, agreements, case studies, examples, everything that they understand that this is real. And we also prepare some. So we use also the lawyers of the municipalities that they check the documents that was agreed with by the partners that it is okay before the signing. So we use also a set regional development company to help us because they are responsible according to the legislation for the development on the local level. Not only in the energy sector, because we are doing energy sector, but in the all other sectors. So we use them to help us to how to organize and how to popularize and also they help us to organize the formal signing the agreement and contract. So the very important is that this ceremonial signing for cluster is public, is published, is in the newspaper, because this is, as I said before, this is a political question first. So the stakeholders they like to be in newspaper that they are doing something good for the common interest. And then we also do some marketing through the local and national newspapers. So this also we publish this news around the Slovenia, also on the local level. And now, as I said before, so we have to develop the further activities, and this is also in the process. This is small. We divided these steps in five steps. This methodology is the formal commitment that the consortium or cluster is needed. Then we have to do some marketing and we have to find the partners willing to cooperate and to be included. Then we have to have the decision making, so formal decision for the cluster establishment. Then we have to sign the agreement, and then we have to operate. So we have to do the activities for the common goals which was defined in the contract or agreement. So this is a little bit more explanation about the every step we have here. So we, as said before, that we have to find availability of the biomass for energy production. So how much biomass we have. We have to find the number of entities which are willing to include. So this is very important that we find also the young entrepreneurs and the farmers which have also some machines to produce biomass. Also, it's very important that we have included some cooperatives or the forest management companies or owners of the forest. And then on the other side, we have to find also the possibilities how to use this biomass. So we do all analysis on the local level, which public sector has the possibility to use the biomass for energy purposes. And also we did feasibility studies. So we have all documents now, which municipality, which public buildings are suitable for that. And now we also have the step further. So we already implementing some successful stories. So we have some biomass boilers house already they are running on public sector, on the private sector. Also, biomass policy in the region. So, according to Slovenian legislation, I don't know how it's in other countries, but according to Slovenian legislation, every municipality is obliged to develop the local energy concept. Local energy concept is 10 years energy policy of the municipality, is accepted by the city council or the municipality council, and we have to get the formal approval of this concept from the government. And then we include all biomass centers and all biomass energy production centers, energy use and so on in the local energy concept. And thanks to circumstances, we developed all of the local energy concepts for our municipality. So we have very strong influence on that. And then if we have these activities in the local energy concept, it's very normal that the activity is going further, and we have to find the money and to start activities. Also, another very good point is that we use a lot of cohesion fund for energy renovation of the public buildings, and this means we also prepared the documents for that. To find or to get the money from European funds, these cohesion funds, and we include the biomass boiler house and boilers for micro district systems in these projects, and then we also have some implementation stories. So that's good. And then marketing. So this is very strong. Marketing is very strong point if we have political decisions. So marketing must be done. Also, we do a lot of this. And also, we have databases of the partners, possibly third partners, and so on. So the consortium in Slovenia is very open. So everybody can join if other partners agree with that. Because this is very important. So we have to have the agreement of the new partners for every partner. So that's very important for that we can run further. And this is more or less so formal approval of the some organizations. So we have city of the some council of the mayors or municipalities on the region, and this council approved the documents and approved the signing. And then the next step, we signed the contract agreement. This is now the first step of the implementation of the cluster. And now about what we have learned from this. So we have to have biomass in the region for biomass cluster. That's normal. We have to have the users of the biomass. Mostly public sector is the first place, then also others, so private sector. We have to find local actors because this is very local oriented. So we have to be independent from the other energy sources as much as possible. And the second place, very important, that we have to create local jobs, green jobs, like I said. So local jobs, and to use our own local resources. That's important. So the money stays in the region. That's now very, very big discussion we have in Slovenia about these things. So, and now the government also will give us money for social entrepreneurship. So we will use the money for the establishing for cooperative and trade centers to start. And now this last, so we have to develop the money or to find the money for further developing of the clusters and this as we see that we have now the next financial perspective, this is Horizon, for example, MED program and so on, and we will now to find the money for the further development. This is now more or less about the conclusion. If you have some question, we can discuss later at the coffee. Okay, thank you very much.
Bé, many thanks, Mr. Janez Petek. Now perhaps we give some minutes to make some questions from the public. Sí, sí.
Okay, we are available for the questions.
Bueno, doncs hem aprofitat que tenim aquests ponents per poder fer algunes preguntes que crec que realment aquests dies s'està explorant la necessitat de potser evitar que cadascú faci la seva petita factoria i que de tant en tant se n'ajuntin algunes, no? Hem escoltat bones idees i ara és una mica el torn dels que vulgueu fer preguntes.
La farem en català, però va dirigit al senyor Falàs. Ha comentat un tema de la participació que tenen les entitats públiques, és a dir, els governs, sobre l'impuls o el no impuls o la cooperació o la coparticipació entre sector privat i sector públic. Em fa l'efecte que el que la Generalitat ha presentat aquesta setmana és que la Generalitat estableix quina és la unitat territorial que ha de tenir el clúster. I això ho estableix l'economia, ho diu Michael Porter. És a dir, solen ser unitats petites on ha d'haver-hi empreses del mateix sector, però han d'estar unides en el territori. Em fa l'efecte que la Generalitat considera que el territori és Catalunya i a vegades això no pot funcionar. M'agradaria saber què en pensa d'això.
Yes, thank you. So, do you hear me? Yeah. Yep. Okay. First of all, I 100% agree with the economy. I mentioned already that it's the enterprises that show the way. Well, on the other hand, when you want to create a cluster, you need some starting point. So that's why I mentioned the area. And now, why involving the public administration, let's say, or the regional authorities, even better? There are many models, if you want. One model is, the term cluster has been used in many ways. You can hear for clusters, including only enterprises. That's also a case. But for me, this is more, let's say, scientifically, I would call it more an industrial district or an association of enterprises. So that's another thing. So if you want, the reason why to involve the regional authorities and the research with the enterprises together is that in this way, on this platform, because a cluster is actually a platform, you bring everybody, every actor together. So instead of the enterprises and maybe research institutions being here and the regional authorities being there and one confronting each other, conflicting, all the time, what you try to do with the cluster is to bring them together and informally, especially informally, discuss everything before. So if you approach, in the end, it's all about human beings. So if we talk officially, then maybe we have some barriers and some constraints and everything. But if we unofficially meet and maybe drink something and eat these lovely tapas that you have here, then you relax and then you really say your problem to the other, and then the other says his problem to you, and then you kind of understand each other and approach. And then next time the regional authorities might have a second thought of why not supporting these guys? They're not so bad, actually. So you understand. So that's why, I mean, you want to involve them. That's the main reason why you want everybody to be involved in the cluster.
But my question is, why is the public administration setting? És que ho sento, no m'agrada. Perdó.
No, in English.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In English, fine. Why is the public administration setting the territorial area? I mean, it's like coming from up to down. This is not the way to function. So the power is deciding what's the level of the locality.
Okay. So
and I think this is not correct, and I think this is what's happening here in Catalonia now. I'm sorry, but it's critical for our government, but they decided that the area must be Catalonia or must be this or that.
Okay. I don't know the exact situation. I have to analyze more, maybe. But my idea is that probably the Catalan government is giving the kickoff. Like you have a football match, then somebody has to kick off. And that's what they do. After that, that's where the real economy comes in. And a good government would kick off and then allow the play to begin. And let, you know, if the play wants to go to, I don't know, to another region or to stay in a small place or expand to another country, it's up to the economy, as you mentioned, and I totally agree. But it's always that someone has to do the starting point. And in my impression, that's what the government is doing, if it operates in a good way.
They're wasting money doing the kickoff and not having a result.
That I wouldn't know.
A veure,
I'm not a representative of the government.
I'd like someone
jo contestaria per la part del sector forestal, que és el que conec jo, i crec que no és així. És a dir, el que estem fent en el nostre sector forestal, almenys, hi ha un individualisme fortíssim que no hem aconseguit mai associar a dues persones ni dos propietaris, ni fer projectes conjunts. Llavors, el que s'ha intentat és donar un cop de mà a engegar un procés, però en cap cas imposar les normes. De fet, en els exemples previs de la primera jornada que s'ha fet sobre els clústers en el centre tecnològic, el que es van posar és exemples, per exemple, de microempreses dedicades a tot el que són temes de menjar de gourmet, no? Doncs que les galetes fries de Santa Coloma es juntin amb el paté de Sant Martí Sapresa, etc., i arribin a posar un stand, doncs, a l'aeroport de Xangai. És a dir, de fet, el que s'ha fet és impulsar-ho, no decidir. Jo crec que estem en aquesta fase, almenys pel que jo conec en el sector forestal, i que potser no s'ha traslladat bé la idea, no? Però el que jo he dit ara fa un minut és que el que sí que s'estava suggerint, doncs ara estem veient que cada serrador està muntant la seva factoria de pèl·lets. Probablement se'ls està dient sereu més competitius si tots plegats a l'hora de vendre aneu junts. No vol dir que cadascun no es munti, però clar, és una mica conduir el procés, aportar gent que porti idees i que la gent engegui sol. Jo crec que aquesta és la tradició de Catalunya, de les 180.000 petites i mitjanes empreses que són el motor de l'economia futura de Catalunya. És a dir, per tant, jo crec que no estem imposant, sinó conduint un procés, almenys pel que fa al sector forestal, que està molt necessitat de treballar associadament, en tot l'àmbit i en tota la cadena, perquè de fet Europa està promovent aquests projectes que es diuen EIP, i d'alguna manera serà difícil que puguem aconseguir que al final d'aquest període en el sector nostre se'n portin molts a la pràctica, mentre que en altres zones ja els han treballat i ara quan surtin les convocatòries ja els presentaran. Llavors jo crec que una mica estem apretant el nostre sector que vegi les oportunitats de les que ens estan ajudant els ponents d'avui, per exemple. Jo diria per la part del sector forestal que conec jo.
Puc tornar a empipar?
Puc aportar una coseta?
Sí, i tant.
Sí. Amb això de la territorialitat, hi ha exemples a Catalunya de clústers que no estan ubicats en el mateix lloc, no és un caire local. Per exemple, el clúster del moble, Amic, que és una agrupació d'empreses, tens el que és el Vallès Occidental i el Vallès Oriental, més a banda tot el que és la Sénia, molta distància entre ells. O sigui, això què implica? Que moltes vegades el que més importa és, com comentava el Janez, una qüestió humana de caliu, de dir, mira, guaita, fem un viatge a Finlàndia o a Graz i convidem a tots uns quants empresaris catalans, tot i que un estigui en Lleida i un altre estigui en Girona, i durant el viatge, doncs, guaita, jo què sé, fent unes tapes o unes cerveses a un bar de Graz, surt una idea d'un projecte, per exemple. És més aquesta proximitat, diguem-ne, i de trobar-se.
Jo només volia dir una última cosa, que és precisament perquè en el del forestal sí que em consta perquè vam visitar una planta que està funcionant com vostè diu, però precisament m'ha posat el tema del clúster del gourmet. En el tema aquest no està localitzat, és a dir, abarca tot el país. Aleshores, la intenció d'un clúster bàsicament també és una qüestió de costos industrials. No és només una qüestió de màrqueting i de promoció, sinó que un clúster el que ha de fer és que es puguin, no sé, si tenim 20 empreses d'alimentació, dic aquí al Moianès, que és on visc jo, per exemple, doncs que puguin convertir un laboratori, que puguin reunir-se entre ells, que puguin fer això, sigui amb tapes o sense tapes, reunir-se, després amb les institucions públiques, però la Generalitat en el clúster gourmet ha considerat que el territori és Catalunya. Posar d'acord un productor d'oli de les Borges amb un que fa salsitxes a Olot i un que fa el Natursoi que està a Castellterçol, jo crec que no té sentit industrial, perquè si el que hem de fer és baixar costos, ser més competitius i compartir allò que dèiem, el que sobreïx d'una empresa que vagi a una altra carn a una altra, això no és un clúster, això va en contra del que diu Michael Porter. Aleshores, en el cas del forestal potser està funcionant bé, les aixetes sé que van funcionar bé, el moble també, però en el gourmet jo crec que no funciona. I l'alimentària és el 20% del PIB de Catalunya. Aleshores, per això jo deia, a vegades l'administració imposa un règim o un model que no funciona perquè les empreses senzillament no s'hi poden apuntar, perquè és que no els hi aporta res, llavors no és una estratègia win-to-win, no tenen res a guanyar-hi.
No sé, jo simplement...
De totes maneres, en aquest moment que s'estan muntant les regles de joc, és el moment que la gent faci arribar al govern si és que hi ha algun error de concepte, és a dir, en el cas del sector, per exemple, el sector forestal estava molt concentrat a la conca del Llobregat perquè hi havia els salts hidràulics per l'energia i moltes asseradors estan en aquesta conca. O en el cas del sur estan molt concentrats a Girona, Palafrugell, Cassà. Llavors, jo crec que cada sector és diferent i cada comarca és diferent i ja es veurà. Jo crec que el que el govern intenta és acompanyar el procés. De totes maneres, aquí hi ha els experts, potser millor que els sentim amb ells i ens diguin alguna cosa més.
Sorry.
Should I comment?
No. Can you repeat the question because I was somewhere early in my mind.
You were thinking of the food cluster.
Yes. Can you repeat the question, please? No, I don't. What?
Maybe I answer and then
No.
understand and you follow.
Okay.
So I have something to say. Don't misunderstand me, but I think that Darwin described everything some centuries ago. So what is meant to survive? It will survive. If something is strong enough to survive forever, it will survive forever. And I think the secret about surviving, especially in clusters, is adaptability. So if you take a wrong decision now, it will show in the future. But if you're adaptable enough, then you can change the decision and say something else later and go to another direction later, and that might so well work. I mean, I have seen examples. I can name easily a successful cluster in Austria, which started as a good cluster. But the companies themselves, on the road, they decided that they wanted more to be focused on buildings and renovation of buildings and isolation and things like that. So they named it, after 3 years, they named it into Green Building Cluster, which is fine because there is no rule that you start something and you stay like this. I mean, we live in a free world, so you can change whatever you want. You have to be able to adapt. If you don't adapt, you die. I mean, not you, but the cluster. And if you adapt, you have more chances to survive. And I think that's the only strategy. And I very much put the accent on doing something. I mean, as I said before, you can start a discussion about what is the best solution and never end this. And you know that in Mediterranean we can discuss for forever. But the real thing is that you have done a good analysis. You have put all the evidence on the table. They have taken the decision to name that the region, let's say, is the territory. It's okay. It's fine with me. It's not really a problem. I mean, and so you start with it. And you see where it goes. That's the secret. You have to be, you have to always watch what's happening, be alert of evidence that it is not going the right way, so maybe we have to turn a bit, or it's going perfect, but can we involve more, etc., etc. But so adaptability is the key word. So don't worry so much about being the region or a part of the region or the entire world. As you said, also economy will show itself.
Okay, may I now?
Of course.
Okay.
Now you understand.
So, maybe we have some small, little different approach in Slovenia because may I say that preparation for such a cluster started with our establishment because we are regional, local energy responsible for this sector. And during our activities for the common interest on the local level, mostly public sector, we have some integrity that they believe us. So there's because when we talk with the political people, we find the common interest that for the public sector first, and then after that we find other stakeholders like companies, like cooperatives, which are joined. So, and this is, I must say, middle up and down approach. So, because we are in the middle, and we are we are also managing the cluster, and we are responsible for the running the cluster. So this approach maybe is more different, but you know, the politicians are very strange people, and if they see their interest, they are for. So okay, they said okay, no problem, we will join the consortium, and then calculating if this has chance to have some success. We are doing that, okay, if it is not, that okay, we are not, this is not our fault, okay. So that for the second question is who will finance the activities, and this is, so they don't want to give the money for the running, so we will find another source of resources through the other projects, and usually we do that, and then we have, after that, money is always coming. After that, so we said, so I don't see the problem about the surviving the cluster, because this is our responsibility. So.
No sé si alguna pregunta més i aniríem acabant. Cap pregunta? Doncs moltes gràcies i ara hi ha una pausa pel cafè. Many thanks. Now it's
Sí,
time to break.
el cafè el tenim aquí sortint, a mà dreta, hi ha una sala aquí